Hello, welcome back. Sorry, it's been a while. There's been a lot of powder to be ridden, and I've been out riding it. Anyways, still talking episode 23. It's springtime. You might be done for the season, you might not be. If you are done for the season, I'm going to show you how to put your board away and put it in storage and what to do before you put it in storage. And if you're not done snowboarding, I'm going to show you how to wax your snowboard for the spring. It's basically the same thing, in my opinion. What I like to do is just kind of find all my old wax from the winter. You know, you want to kind of go warm weather wax, obviously, this time of year. For the most part, some days are colder depending on where you live. But anyways, what I like to do is plug in an iron. I I live out here in the woods in a cabin, so I don't have a waxing table like I used to where I used to live. So I just use an old yoga mat so I don't get wax all over the place. I open the door to ventilate it. And I like to take my old wax from the year, like I said, springtime warm weather wax. And yeah, just take your board, take your bindings off too. And so you don't get those dimples in your wax scene. And if you're putting it in storage, you don't want to have that pulling on it all summer long. You can still see our scrape marks from Woodward at Tahoe, intergalactic pipe jam. We were pole jamming into the half pipe. It's a good time. This thing's already smoking. It's pretty hot. Good thing I got ventilation going on. You can't see it, but the door is open. So, anyways, you just take this wax, bluebird wax, and spread it all over your board. Just like so. And get it all the way up in the nose. Get it everywhere. You can, use multiple colors. Whatever you're into. But you just want to put a lot of wax on. Not a lot, but enough to make sure that you're filling in all of the pores of your snowboard. You don't want any open pores. So, I did that. Can use a little more wax probably. I'm burning my fingers, by the way. Kind of keep your fingers away from the iron, especially when that wax gets thin. Then I like to just go like that with it and press it in. Put a little blue in, match the color base. So this is a springtime snowboard storage wax tutorial. You just want to put wax all over your base. And you want to really get into all of the pores on your base. We here at Academy Snowboards like to pride ourselves in our professional waxing setups. You know, you really got to be able to get low, which is good for you in the long run. If you ever watch Terry snowboard, he's always really low. So, you don't want to get old and lazy and stand up and wax your board. That would be lame. So, anyways, you always want to have a dog watching you as well for, make sure you're doing everything right. Seems to be enjoying the show. Also, if you want to get rid of those scuff marks and a dirty base, if you have a dirty base, what you do is hot wax the board, or it's always hot waxing the board, but hot scrape. So like right when you're done waxing your board, you scrape the wax up, and that'll pull the dirt and marks off of your board, which is kind of a tech move. You need extra wax to do that. Not everybody has the extra wax, so if you do, I recommend it because dirty bases are ugly. I don't really like them. Not a fan of dirty bases. All right. So just make sure you get all of that in there, and then there you go. Boom. So I got the whole thing. Then what I like to do is look for the dry spots. Get that extra wax in those dry spots. And then do a full pull slide just to smooth it all out with the wax, The iron doing its own thing. Or whatever it is. Sorry for mumbling there. But yeah, I just like to try to make the wax as smooth as possible. And once you're done with that, like I said, this board is ready for storage if you want to store it. But unplug this. I always want to make sure they're unplugged. It's not a good thing to have a plugged in iron laying around your house. So this thing's ready for storage, which is awesome. So you put it in the closet until next winter when Trollhagen opens for Openhagen. Go right there. Be a good time. But if you still plan on spring riding, this is a great thing to just bring out and ride. And a lot of the times in the morning, the snow's all scuffy and weird. It'll rip it off either way right away. But if you get in right when the snow starts to get soft, that snow will structure this wax, and your board will be, just as fast as it would be had you scraped it, if not faster, because it's a little bumpier, so it's not going to suction down to the snow as much as it would. And it will get a little dirtier, though, with all that wax on it. So it's always good to have a scraper with you when you do ride it like that. So once your board gets all dirty and nasty looking and bumpy and, all that wax just gets turned into it, you just scrape all that off. And then it's like you have 2 waxes in one day, which I like to do at Mount Hood in the summer. I do that a lot. And in the springtime here, I'll go, Loveland Pass or something. I'll go ride in the springtime. Or Independence Pass when it opens at the end of May. So anyways, cool story. This is the Academy Graduate 155. This is my go-to every day. I have a great time on it. Yeah, how to wax your board for springtime riding, or how to prepare your board for summer storage. Still Talking, episode 23. We will see you on 24 sooner than later. Powder all this week, so I gotta go ride it, so probably not in the next week, but soon enough I'll come up with something to talk about, and I'll tell you guys all about it. Thanks for listening.